January 1st isn't the time to start getting ready. Rather, it's the time to start running. If you want to crush your goals in the new year, you need to prepare right now. Actually, you probably should have done it about a month ago, but now is a great time to start. So let's start talking about what those professional, personal habits that are going to help you unlock today and that you can take action right now. So if you're ready to get the year started, let's get going. Hey everyone, my name is Justin Lethby, the E Professor. We are here today to help you run through roughly about 5 things that I like to encourage people that I work with to get moving forward right now. So when January 1 comes, they are not fighting the doldrums. They're not staggering. They're not stumbling. They're pretty much ready to go at a dead sprint. So let's talk about the first one, and that is really about auditing and refreshing your workspace. A clear mind, take that back, a clear space equals a clear mind. So that doesn't always mean just your desktop, although it does mean that. I have been doing that all day today myself, which is why it's kind of putting this video out now, is clearing that up helps clean the brain. You feel a little more fresh, little thing out there. When you walk in to that, it's crazy. It's distracting. It's going to slow you down. But I'm also talking about digitally cleaning up your workspaces, getting that email. Stop looking at those 5,000 unread emails that you have in place. Clean out that stuff. Delete those things that you don't need. Delete files that you don't need. Delete contacts that maybe you don't need. Getting rid of those are going to help you. That does mean making sure that your CRM is up to date on all your contacts. Go through, merge or remove the duplicates. I usually recommend merging because the reason that they are duplicates is usually because some sort of contact information has changed and now it's different. So merging hopefully doesn't let you lose some valuable information. But do that. Come in there and make sure your contacts are up to date. Also, make sure that you have updated your ratings of your clients, right? How are you going to communicate with them? When you're going to communicate with them going out there, which means we also need to be refreshing our templates, our contracts, our emails, our follow-up strategies. All of these need to be looked at right now. Now, contracts we really don't have to mess with too much because those are usually predefined in our world. But our emails and follow-ups, those templates should be being evaluated, making sure they're effective, making sure they are doing what they need to be doing. A nice little tip is always to make sure you're using Canva to help design any of the marketing materials templates that you're talking about, as well as maybe put a vision board out there so you see what your 2025 goals are. Also, don't hesitate to make sure you are organizing your calendar for January. I would actually say you should organize your calendar for 2025, making sure all those important reminders are in place, the big points you're trying to hit throughout the year, as well, and more importantly, probably your vacation time that you're trying to establish. You need to have rest and relaxation so you can recharge. Speaking of that, that's item 2, recharge and recommit to self-care. What are those things that energize you? What are those things that burn you out? John Maxwell in the 15 Laws of Growth talks about the fact that there's what's the law of energy. There are energies that taketh and things that and giveth, and you need to figure out what re-energizes you to keep you going. You can't run a marathon on an empty tank. So what are you doing to build that energy back up? So self-care builds resilience and focus. And I will tell you some of the things that we probably should be doing to help do that is set an exercise schedule, prioritize sleep. Make sure you're getting to bed at the same time as much as possible. In our industry, man, is that always a question mark. But same time, start and end at the same time helps keep that routine moving forward. It will recharge your energy. Make sure you're scheduling time to exercise, whether it's walking, going to the gym, trying yoga, trying something new. This past year, I tried Orange Theory. I will continue it on this year, starting up here in January. It worked well for me. So, what works well for you? Maybe you got to find a partner. Maybe you got to do something along those lines. Also, give yourself time to reflect on your personal growth. Professional growth is great, and professional goals are valuable. But if you are not going to take time to know how to grow yourself, you're gonna just burn out. So start journaling. There's one of the things I'm going to tell you to do. Authentic journaling. Just start writing the baseline questions, and then come in there and just keep talking throughout time, and then review it, and then keep adding to it. Review it and keep adding to it every day. It's really good. I'm going to tell you what I want you to do is write down every day what excites you about 2025. What does that look like? How do we move forward? As I hinted at earlier, one of the things I want to make sure you guys do is disconnect and reset. If you want to try, you can meditate, maybe a mindful exercise, whatever it may be. I will tell you, one of the things that I think we all should try doing is getting away for a day from this boat anchor. I love technology. I love my phone. I love a lot of things out there, but I do think we need to just centralize ourselves and stay focused. So one of the things I would recommend. Speaking of those trends and topics, step 3 is rebuild your daily routine. When you're looking at building that daily routine, we got to start asking yourself, why is it important? And it's important because successful habits are built before the busy season starts. You can't hope to build something when we're going at it instinctively. It's a muscle memory, right? Athletes get taught this all the time. They get taught the same shooting strategy, the same shooting mechanics every time, and they're doing it every day they set up. When they get it there at the first of practice, they're going through the mechanics. They step out a little bit further and go through those mechanics, and they do that. Most professional athletes, basketball players, let's use this as an example since I'm already down this rabbit hole, is probably taking 100 shots based on mechanics alone before they even start practice. The reason is it's muscle memory. And that muscle memory, now when they're in a tight situation, the instinct, the mechanics take over, and we don't have to worry about it. That solid routine will set the tone for our consistency. So let's now start taking those steps. Create a morning success routine. Are you one of the big fans? I am, is the morning miracle, right? So you do the savers. So what are you doing? What exercises, affirmations, what visualizations, what reading, what scribing, what meditations are we doing to have this in place? Have you put that in your schedule? Where do you have the ability in your calendar to review your to-do list? Is it every Sunday? Is it every morning? Is it what does it do? How are you prioritizing your tasks? What systems are you using to do it? GDT, the 12-week year. What strategies are you using to get that done? Set that up in place. And then you always want to make sure, since we are a lead generation business, we got to set time to lead generate, to block that time. So I want you to schedule at least 1 hour for daily prospecting. Usually it's probably the morning, but whenever you can get it done works well. And then I'm going to tell you, everything that you build when you're building this calendar, this schedule, put it in pencil first. Because one of the things you need to do is build buffer time, because things grow longer and than you expect, and it's going to overlap. And now you're going to put stressors on yourself. And also, you need to figure it out, right? So you're going to have to erase and change a couple things every so often. And I want you to start that routine today. Don't start it tomorrow. Start it today. That way, when January 1st comes, you're already hopefully 3 weeks right into the schedule and goes in place. So use any time management tool you can use. Your calendaring system. I love Google Calendar. I think it's one of the great ways to stay on track. Now, don't forget step 4, reconnect your sphere. Why is that important? Well, the holidays, I think, are some of the best times to be talking to your clients. Wish them a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it may be. Wish them those holidays and how they want to be heard and related to. It's easy to do. It's easy way to stay top of mind and as their go-to expert. And it's really easy. You can just send a postcard right now. You can start sending out now. They'll go out. You could have an email. Your CRM could probably do it for you. You could use tools like Socialbee so they're automatically posted the right time, right place on your social media accounts. Also do text messaging. Most text messaging tools today will let you schedule your text out. I mentioned this back in the Thanksgiving time. It's still a good tip right now. When you do those Christmas text messages, holiday text messages, New Year text messages, you can schedule them out now. That way, when you're out doing something else, those text messages go out, staying top of mind. And it's amazing how many text messages you'll get while you're out doing your stuff. It's really good. So a couple of things those messages can say besides just happy holidays is, congratulations on a year in your house, whatever, things like that. But you also could help do a year-end review. Another favorite tool of mine is RPR. They actually have a great market activity report, which is not necessarily what the home is worth, but just, strength of the home up or down. It's a really good way of making that happen to get that in place and moving forward. So that way you can help them figure out where they're at and help them discuss their New Year's goals and what they may have. You can also maybe invite them to a coffee or a virtual meetup of some sort. Always can be good to have that in place. And then last but not least, you need to be planning your year marketing plan. But if you haven't got that far yet, at least get your January blitz in place. I do think this year is going to be a little bit slower. So one of the things that you want to make sure you're doing is being in front of them right off the bat. And in December is when we should be doing this, if not earlier. So build that energy now. Probably have the first postcard go out during the holidays if you can make that happen, or whatever marketing it is you're using. Consistency in marketing builds trust and visibility. So start brainstorming and batch out. If you don't know what to do, use ChatGPT to help brainstorm those ideas. And then once you do it, you can build a video. I like the video. Make sure that video is in place. But you can then take that video and put it into Opus Pro, and it will bite it out for you and make viral videos that you can use on all the platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, things like that. It can be in place to make that work for you. And also, if you have some of that market material, it probably can be in an email, CRM. It can be sent out that way to make sure it's out there. You can do things like real estate tips for 2025, client success stories. Maybe you can do an event calendar for the area that you're out there and supporting. And if you schedule these now, they can be in place going out there week 1, week 2, week 3. Also, same thing with market updates. You could put the emails out there or the post points out there and have them built in place. Obviously, you can't put the market updates out here because every month is going to be different, but you could do a year-end review of the area, the community, and have that in place really quick. So preparation is power, and the steps you take today will set the foundation for your success in 2025. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 strategies that we talked about today. Implement them now, though. This is about taking action. And I want you to take action so we can build that momentum. I hope you found this helpful. Hit subscribe for more tips to help grow your real estate business and make 2025 your best year yet. Let me know what you are doing to start 2025 on the right foot today.